the building tonight. Let the devil know that you're encouraged. Let him know that you're encouraged. Let him know. Hallelujah. I don't know about you tonight, but somebody may be crying, but I come to let you know that God can make it all right. It's impossible to see, but God is gonna work it out if you just believe. Remember this one thing while you're going through. If God delivered Daniel, guess what? He'll do the same for you. Hey. No matter what's going on. He'll make it all right. Said it in his word. Stay strong. Be encouraged. No matter what's going on. He'll make it all right. That's what he said. But you gotta stay strong. Hold on. Trouble don't last always. These trials are just a test. Just a test of your faith. So stand strong and dry your weeping eyes. 'Cause joy comes in the morning and everything is gonna be all right.
Good morning, Aval. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Find me today in the book of Matthew, chapter 8. Find me in Matthew, chapter 8. I want to walk through a familiar passage. Well, it should be familiar. I know for some it's going to be new. For some, y'all might not have really heard these things before. But I want you to look at it from the standpoint, watch this, what can I view when I'm paying close attention? Right? All right. Turn with me. If you're with me, Matthew chapter 8. Look at verse 5. He says, when Jesus arose, or he has arrived at a place, a Roman soldier, a Roman officer came and pleaded with Lord, please, 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 please. My youngest servant lies in a bed, paralyzed and racked with pain. Jesus said, I will come and heal him. The officer said, Lord, I'm not worthy to have you come into my home. Just say the word from where you are, and my servant will be healed. Now I'm going to stop right there for a moment, because before we go too far, I need to paint the picture. Jesus has been traveling with his disciples. They get to a place they haven't rested yet, and they're met at a and they're met with a problem. They're met with a situation. They're met with somebody else's uh, uh, headache. And y'all know you're saying, well, Pastor, why is the boy being paralyzed a headache? No, 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 no. I'm not talking about the Roman soldier. I'm talking about you. You will not let God get to a place in your life where he's invited into a place before he is met with your problem. Now, this is the thing that I want to see if y'all can go with me. This didn't happen privately, publicly. This happened publicly. It was not in private. The Word of God says that he came into a city and was met with the Roman soldier. Roman soldiers does not travel by themselves. It's an entourage with them. I need y'all to understand and paint the picture. One thing that I love is the next couple of verses. Look at this viewpoint right here. The Roman soldier said, I'm not worthy for you to come to my house because I know I'm not right. And I know I got some issues. And I know I might not be living right. So listen, I don't want you to come to the house. Just speak the word. Now, y'all saying, well, Pastor, why are you getting excited? Well, this guy is in authority over a group of men that he cannot be any other type of way than leader. Did y'all catch that? He cannot be in a place of his life of saying, I'm less than anything when you're leading men into war. When you're leading them into, okay, listen. Look at verse 8. He says, then the officer said, Lord, I'm not worthy to have you come into my home. Just say the word and listen from where you are, and my servant will be healed. I know because, listen to this, I have authority of superior officers, and I have authority over my soldiers. Watch this. And I only need to say go, and they're going to go. When I say stop, they're going to say stop. When I say jump, they're going to ask me how high. I know if I'm in authority over these men, I believe that you got enough authority in you. See, I just want to see. When they was met with the officer, he was not expecting this. Okay, y'all saying, well, he knows all. Okay, keep reading. It says, when Jesus heard this, he was amazed. And he turned now, watch this. He turned to the crowd in front of everybody. And he had a conversation. He made a couple statements, but they were so meaningful and so impactful. And if you allow these words to rest in your soul, I promise you, you're going to look at this a little bit differently. Watch this. Go with me. He says, I tell you the truth. I haven't seen faith like this in all the land of Israel. And I tell you this, that many Gentiles will come from all over the world and sit down with this Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob at the feast in the kingdoms of heaven. Many Israelites, watch this, who were from the kingdom was prepared, will be casted out of darkness, where they will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then Jesus said to the Roman officer, go home. What you have believed has happened. Okay, somebody should have got excited right there. He said, what he has believed for. Okay. What he's believing God to do, he believes is done. And God said, I'm not going to have to think about this. it's done. Oh, okay. Let's go back. The young servant was healed in the same hour. He didn't have to wait. The young servant, let's think about this, don't know what's going on. Catch this. He doesn't know what's going on. He's paralyzed. Okay. He's paralyzed. He's isolated. He's by himself. But he has somebody that could go on his behalf and request from God that he be healed. Oh, okay. Keep going and keep looking at this and letting it sit with you, and you will see where Jesus said, I'll come. Man said no. Man said, no, you can't come because guess what? I'm not right. And guess what? I haven't took the time to get right. And guess what? I'm not perfect. Guess what? I'm not living this life to be right. And guess, you saying, Pastor, why you taking breaks and why you I'm trying to calm myself down, and I just want to teach this for the moment. And it's crucial for me to make sure that you get it. Because you're going to find yourself in life where you feel like that you can't come to him, but you can. You're going to feel like that your prayers are not being answered, but they are. You're going to feel like that sometimes what you're believing for and what you have faith for is not working out. And Jesus is saying it is. It's in the same hour. But listen to one thing or watch one thing, that the soldier never, ever doubted his own faith. Look at it. He never doubted his faith. He told him, standing on 10 toes, listen, I know you can do it. Because in my world, I have authority over people and they have to do what I say. Oh, okay, people, y'all not, okay, listen. Have you took the authority over your own life to tell your own life, to tell your own situations, to tell your own atmosphere? You have to do this, and it's done. See, we get to the point where we feel like, well, I told God, and that's it. What? Well, yeah, I prayed about it, and I told God that this is what I want to do, and this is what I need, and God just gonna do it. But where's your faith at? God didn't just heal the servant because he wanted to. Watch this. He was going to. Jesus said simply, let's go, I'll do it. Let's go, I'll do it. He didn't say, where's your faith? Where's your obedience? Watch this. Where's your tithes? Where's your offering? How are you living? Who did you pray for? Did you sing in the church choir? Did you go to praise team practice? Did you do this? Did you do that? Jesus didn't say anything. He was met at the city with a problem. He said, Lord, my youngest servant lies in the bed paralyzed. He racked with pain. He didn't ask any questions. Jesus said, let's go. Jesus didn't know what was going on. He didn't know what was going on in the man's life. He just knew that he had a question. He had an answer. He had a response. He had some type of way that he needed to just talk to God. He just needed to get into the presence. And guess what? Jesus just said, let's go. How many times have we just invited Jesus into our situation, or how many times we're on the other side of the coin when we haven't invited him in because we have looked at our situation and said, I don't want him to come. Oh, okay. I'm trying to talk to at least one or two people. I don't want to jump nowhere in the scriptures. I don't want to back this up with any other word. I want you to stay right here locked in with me. Amen. Listen, we got to get to the point where we got to make our mind up. It's whether we're going to be like the soldier. Watch this. And we're going to be like the soldier and know our authority and know our position and knowing that we can go to God and we can go on somebody else's behalf and we know that once it's done, it's done. Or we're going to be like the soldiers that was watching from the point of view, seeing how we can do it. Oh, okay. I know somebody looking at me like I'm crazy. Pastor, say that one more time. Are you going to be the soldier that stands on business, that know his faith, that don't question his faith, that has acknowledged the Lord and said, first of all, Lord, you are the man I'm coming to see? Notice that he did not go to any of the disciples. He went straight to the man who could fix the problem. He went straight to the man who he believed that can fix it. He didn't go to Buddha. He didn't go to, no. Let me bring it on back. He went straight to the man. He went straight to the answer. He went straight to the resource. He went straight to the source for his resources. Listen. Or you're going to be like the soldiers who standing by watching in disbelief. Y'all saying, Pastor, why would they walk in disbelief? Because they's probably questioning, saying, well, why don't you just let them go heal? Or, okay, watch this. What are you hiding from us? You're supposed to be my leader, but you're hiding something because you won't let Jesus come to your house because you said that you're not worthy. So why is it that he can't come to your house? What are you doing? Okay, see, I'm trying to help us get into our minds that we got some people around us that's watching us as the soldier, or we're watching them as one of the disciples. Because the disciples could say, well, hold on, Jesus, wait a minute. We've been walking with you and talking with you, and we've been sleeping in the grass, and we've been sleeping in the fields, and we've been sleeping from pillar to post, and we've been rocking with you. And how you going to say that his faith is more than anything that you have ever seen? What about us? We've been rocking with you, but it doesn't say that the disciples spoke up and said anything ill. Okay. Pastor, what you saying? I'm sick and tired of Christians feeling entitled because you think you know him, because you think you got faith, because you think you're walking in obedience, because you think you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're really not. If you keep reading, he say, for those for whom the kingdom was prepared will be cast into the outer darkness, where there would be two different types of people. Listen to this. You want to keep playing with God. You want to keep saying that you know this and you got this and you doing this and you got your check box and you came to church on Sunday and you went to church on Thursday and you did the whole Bible study thing, and you might popped up in one of the men's ministries and you might have got serious for a minute and you was on fire for like maybe a month. Then all of a sudden when things start becoming too hectic in your life because you didn't want God to finish taking you through the transition, or guess what? You couldn't be the paralyzed boy or the paralyzed servant, and you wasn't willing to let somebody go to God on your behalf because you had to be the one that going to stand in front. I'm just trying to help somebody. I want you to start changing your mindset from somebody saying, okay, I always have to be the one, to somebody saying, hey, can somebody do this for me because I don't know whether I'm coming or going right now, and the way I've been going is paralyzing me because it's got me stuck in a place that I keep coming back to when I'm trying to get to a place where I'm trying to get to and I can't get there because I'm stuck in this place. I'm stuck in this moment and I'm trying to get there, but I can't because every time I do it, for some reason, I'll come back here. Somebody please take the wheel because I can't do it for myself, because if I could do it for myself, then I could do it, but I can't, so I need you to do it. So why don't you become the paralyzed person and just stay there and let somebody go to God on your behalf and say, hey, God, heal. See, that's the problem. We don't want to get to a point, and we don't want to get to a place in our life because if we, like the paralyzed person or the paralyzed servant, now we are less than anything else. And we don't want nobody to look at us as if we can't get through this life, do this life thing, this thing called life. That we don't want nobody to be transparent enough to say that our math might not be mathing, or, guess what? Life is just hard. Life is just hard. I got questions and I don't got no answers. I got questions, God, but I don't have no answers. I just want y'all to think about this for a moment. I know you guys are writing notes, and I know y'all saying amens and all of this stuff, but I just want y'all to listen to this. Are we in a place with God in your personal life, in your personal walk? Watch this. Where you can stand 10 toes flat and know that your faith can get things done. If not, it's okay. It's simply okay. He didn't say that you still wouldn't be blessed. It didn't say that he didn't have everything together. He didn't say, listen to me very closely, he said that everybody's going to come from all over the world just to sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob at the feast. Watch this, in the kingdom of heaven. I know y'all saying, well, Pastor, that don't make sense. Well, tell me why. Because Pastor, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob wasn't around when Jesus was here. But they was already in a place. Listen to what he says. He said they're in the kingdom of heaven. Watch this. Because of your faith, because of his faith, listen to, he said, hey, tell the truth. I haven't seen faith like this in all the land. He said, I tell you this, that many Gentiles will come from all over the world and come sit in the kingdom of heaven. But many Israelites, those who from the kingdom was prepared, they will be casted out. Listen to what's going on. People saying, well, Pastor, I think I'm getting it. Come on with me. So you're telling me that my faith and my wavering in my faith and me not quite making him authority over my life and over my situations, and that I might end up in a place where this kingdom of weeping and gnashing of teeth. And people said, well, Pastor, can you break that down real quick? Well, listen, there's two types of people that's going to be there. People weeping, people that's upset because they didn't get to sit at the table with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those are the ones that's going to be constantly weeping and just mourning and just in a real heart. Then you're going to have those people that's going to be the gnashing or the gashing of teeth. Those are, that, think about this. When you're seeing teeth, that means you're angry because you're at a place, or, you see a dog with his teeth coming out. That means he's been restrained and he can't go no places. He's stuck in one place and he want to break loose, but he can't. Like, just think about it. You're in a place where you cannot go nowhere for the rest of your life. You're bound in a place. So, Pastor, you mean tell me I'm going to be there because of my faith? Is that what you're trying to make it? Well, listen to this. He said, then Jesus said to the Roman officer, go home. And what you have believed has happened. I'm not saying you're not going to go places. I'm not going to say that this might be a place that you're going to go to just based off simply you not having faith. What I'm saying is listen and looking at what the Roman soldiers stood on. Look at how the disciples supported. Look at some of the conversation that Jesus had. Look at it from a point that he was on this thing of just rolling. Signs, miracles, and wonders. And then he gets to a place where where this man don't want him to do the signs and wonders. He just want him to speak it because he believes it can be done. I know y'all saying, well, Pastor, you said something about the disciples and they was rocking and rolling with them. Listen, if you go back to Matthew 7 and you go back to verse 21, it says, not all people who sound religious are really godly. They may refer to me as Lord, but they still won't enter the kingdom of heaven. You with me? He says that whether they obey my Father in heaven, on judgment day, many will tell me, Lord, Lord, we prophesied in your name, we cast out demons in your name, we did this in your name, we performed many miracles and wonders in your name, but I will reply, I never knew you. Go away. These things did. Listen, watch this. You did these things with no authority. Okay, y'all saying, well, Pastor, make it make sense. I'm trying. Listen. Chapter 7, verses 21, he says, you did all this with no authority. You did all of this without knowing me. He said the things that you did was not authorized because your faith really didn't believe it. Your obedience didn't really, you was only doing it for show. But then when you come over a couple verses later and you find yourself in Matthew 8, he tells a Roman soldier, because of your authority and because of your faith and because you can do these things, I'm going to do it for you. Well, Pastor, what you saying? Where does your authority lie? Are you walking in it? Do you know what it is? Now, I know you're saying, well, Pastor, I know you've taught about that in some other sermons, and I know you've said some things about walking in your authority doing Bible studies sometimes, and I know you tell the men sometimes you got to walk on the authority of a husband or authority. But how can I make that personal for me? How can I get to the Roman soldier? How can I get to the point where I can look at God and I can go to him with full authority and he knows that when I say something, it's done? How can I get there? How can I get there? First step is to make sure your relationship with him is right. It don't have to be perfect. Just make sure it's right. When you say, well, Pastor, that's the same thing. No, I'm not. When I say make sure that it's right, make sure you know who he is. And make sure make sure you know who he is to you. Make sure you know that when you go to him, you can call him Lord and make it personal. He didn't refer to Jesus as, hey, you. He didn't refer to him as the man they call. He didn't refer to him anything other than Lord. And he responded in such a way with authority saying, I know that you can do this. Not that I'm guessing. Not it may be. Not it might be possible. He said, I know you are doing these things. I know the authority that you have. Not just because I heard the signs, miracles, and wonders, and not because I know that you didn't heal these people, and not because you did it, because I believe and I know for myself that because of my relationship with you and what I know, listen, I believe truly 100% that you can do it. And all you have to say is say a word. Say the word. Say the word. All he has to do is say the word. Say the word. You're saying, Pastor, what do you mean? There's a song that says, if you can't say anything, say a word. If you can't lift, I'm not gonna try to sing it. Y'all don't do that to me. But it says, if you can't say anything, raise your hands. Y'all know the words. Y'all know the song. All you have to do is come to him and say, God, I know I'm a ratchet. I know I'm a hot mess. I know I ain't got it right. I know I probably don't even know where to start at. But for right now, Father, I'm going to go be the paralyzed servant. And I'm going to sit in a situation until I know my healing has taken place. I know you're saying, well, Pastor, what you mean? Listen, the paralyzed person had to just sit there. It doesn't tell me how long they was there. It doesn't tell me how long they was sitting. It doesn't even tell me how they got in the situation. I know if you go back and look at the reading and some of the theologians and some of the commentaries, it's going to tell you that they was there for a long period of time or they was there from birth. But when I'm reading this context and reading the context, it doesn't tell me when. I just know that they was in a place where they couldn't do it for themselves. And I would like to say in my little pea-brain mind, in my little mind, that there was a conversation between the officer and his servant in that atmosphere. And I got to believe, watch this, that when they had the conversation, it was something like, you've been here for a long time. I know, and I can't go nowhere and I'm stuck. There's a man that we call Lord that I believe who can heal you. But I can't get there. Are you ashamed of me because you won't carry me to him? No, I'm not ashamed of you, and I'm not ashamed of this situation. I'm not. But I believe that if I could just get to him, I believe that if he can say the word, that you will be healed. Watch this. I believe that the servant looked up and said, you sure? And I believe that he said, yes, I am. Are you positive? Yeah. But I've tried to do all this on my own. I know. But I'm tired. I know. I think if you can just get me there, I can do it for myself. I just want you to rest. See, I want to make sure that we understand each other, that there's a conversation that had to have happened. The conversation had to happen. It had to be some type of way. I just don't believe that the Roman soldier just came in willy-nilly and a person, watch this, that was paralyzed. I want to believe that he had enough faith in the Roman soldier to say, I believe in you. Why? Because you are somebody that people got to listen to. Okay. I realize who you are in my life, and I realize that I'm in a place that I can't get it by myself, and I do need your help, and I trust you. I believe in you. And I believe that the Roman soldier looked and said, cool, let's go do this. We got it. And he took the walk. It doesn't tell me how long it took. It doesn't tell me how long the journey was. It just tells me for some reason that when Jesus arrived, the Roman officer came and pleaded with him. My youngest servant lies in a bed, paralyzed, body filled with pain. Don't miss this. Don't miss this. Jesus didn't ask how he got paralyzed. Jesus didn't ask, what have you done for me lately? Jesus didn't question. He simply said, let's go. And I will heal. Let's go. And I will hear. And y'all say, well, Pastor, I think I'm getting this now. I think I'm getting it. So, Pastor, you're telling me that I can go on behalf of somebody, and because of my faith, their situation changed? Absolutely. So, Pastor, you're telling me that if I'm the paralyzed person, that if I not put my trust in man, but put my trust and my faith in the same man that man have, then I may be healed? Yes. So, Pastor, you telling me that I could be one of the disciples that's walking, and that I can be an eyewitness to what Jesus is doing in somebody else's life? Yes. Now let me talk to some of these people. Let me talk to these real people. So, Pastor, you mean to tell me that on Judgment Day, the issue of me, whether I obey the Father in heaven, is going to come up? Yes. So, Pastor, you mean to tell me that when I go and speak into people's lives and I'm looking for them to respond back to me, I'm wrong? Yes. You mean to tell me when I'm out here showboating and telling people and telling everybody that I'm fasting and, I'm fasting for the Lord and I'm doing all this stuff, you mean to tell me I can possibly go to a place where he tell me that he never knew me? Yes. So, Pastor, let me get this straight. So that means if I can come to church every Sunday and I can throw you some dollars for tithes and offering, and I can fast, I can go a couple days without food, and I can say it's for God, and I can go sing on the praise team and the worship team, and I can go praise dance, and I can go do all this stuff, and you mean to tell me ain't none of that going to get me to heaven? Yeah. Yeah. But, Pastor, I don't understand. Because I was raised that if I go to church every Sunday and Bible study every Thursday or every Wednesday, and if I was in the church and I was a shoo-in, yeah, but let me ask you a question. How did you treat your neighbor? When they was coming against you, how did you respond? When you had the opportunity to sow and be generous with your giving, you only gave bare minimum? Listen, listen. I'm not counting nobody's pockets, and I'm not judging anybody. I want you to examine yourself and look at yourself and be real with yourself. That's it. I want you to be real with yourself. Pastor, that ain't really fair. Well, why isn't it? Because you're telling me now that I got to change? Absolutely. But the way I used to, change it. But the way the way you used to do it, change it. Now, let me deal with that one person that's hiding everything and wearing a mask. Listen to me good. You can take the mask off. You don't have to hide behind it anymore. You don't got to put up no more facades. You don't got to go home and when you take the mask off, you go into a sign of relief. Okay, y'all know when you then worked all day, standing on your feet, and you get home and you kick your shoes off, and all you can do is just rub your feet on the carpet, or just want to walk around barefooted. Oh, okay. How about y'all working the fast food and y'all got your uniform on, and when you get home, all you want to do is take that uniform off and not smell like whatever it is. Take you a shower, and then when you get out the shower, you just stand there because now you're smelling like some Dove or some Average Spring or some Bath and Body Works. Yeah, take the mask off. You don't have to pick it back up. You don't have to put it back on. Listen, let me talk to the person on social media that only posts things that make you look like you got your life together. But let me talk to the ones and the followers that's all you facing on are those followers and the people trying to get likes. Show the opposite side of that coin. Show the people how you really struggling. Show the people your real tears. Don't get on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and start flexing and people thinking that you got it together because you're going to lead somebody to hell. Let me say it again. Let me talk to somebody way back in the back. I'm talking to the person right now that's on social media that's watching this platform, and all you care about is posting the good content. You would take 50 pictures and figure out which one is the best one, and guess what? It's still not the best one for you because you take it and go put a filter on it so it can look even better. Because you want somebody to look at your life and say, oh, that person got it together. I want to be like that person. I need you to come off your TikToks and your social media, and I need you to start posting some real stuff. Don't be a hindrance to somebody because they're looking at your post and thinking that you got it together. But let's not go to the other extreme and only post bad things so people can see and feel sorry for you and give to whatever that you feel like you're pulling on their heartstrings and you doing this. So just be real with your social media. I know y'all saying, well, Pastor, I watch your social medias, I watch your TikToks. Absolutely. You'll see me when I'm out there in the field. You'll see me when I'm cutting my grass. You'll see me if God speaking to me and I'm on the lawnmower, I stop for a moment, go live, and I share it with y'all. I don't have any mask to put on. I'm not in no closets hiding anything. Well, Pastor White, because I'm not trying to lead nobody down the wrong road. I want you to get to a point. I want you to get to a place in your personal life. Watch this. Where you can walk in your authority. So when you get there, you won't get that response that I never knew you. You will get that response that says, great job, my faithful servant.